Hello and welcome back to my channel. For today's vid, I am just basically going to be trying out the new Smashbox foundation and contour foundation. This is called Studio Fix Shaping Foundation. Yeah, that's it. So it has the foundation and contour, foundation on this side, contour on this side. So I already did do a video on this. It wasn't a very good video. It was kind of, I was a little bit hungover and it was a little bit all over the place. It still gave you a pretty good first impression, but I want to try this again because my first impression wasn't exactly the greatest. I found that the foundation went into my pores and I just feel like if I prep my skin a little bit differently, it would work a little bit better. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm also going to try and do a quick look because I have to venture out soon, just do a few bits and pieces. And I've also just got back from work today. So I just flew in today after a 2-week stint. So I just wanted to do a quick little whatever, something. I'm like dying to put on makeup. It's not even funny. Oh, excuse me. So I thought this would be a good time to try this again and do a little bit different. So basically what I thought I would do is I would still use the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, oil-free pore minimizer. So I'll use this just for my T-zone, and then I will use just a moisturising primer, my Natio, just around the perimeter. So that is exactly, sorry, this is bad. That is exactly what I used before, but this time I'm going to put a little bit of the Tarte, sorry, I'll just grab it, the Tarte Maracuja oil, Maracuja, I don't know, I still don't know. I did hear someone say it, but I forgot how they pronounce it. So Maracuja oil, perhaps. I'm going to put a couple of drops into my beauty blender, and then I'm going to use my beauty blender to blend out the foundation using this. So that's what I think it needs. It needs a little bit of, because the finish was very powdery, which I don't usually like. So yeah. So I have prepped my skin. I mean, I have washed my skin. I used my Nutrimetics face scrubber, the battery thinger, that you use, the whatever it's called. I don't know what it's just a, the thing with the circle, Anyway, so it's got all the dead skins hopefully are off, and we're ready to go. So if you want to find out how this goes the second time around, please stay tuned. Thanks. And let's just do it. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do, I feel like I need really a lot of moisture on my skin, but I don't want to put too much stuff on my skin because sometimes that doesn't work either. It's too much, and then the foundation is it's just too many layers of stuff, So I want to keep it quite basic, but at the same time my skin needs a lot of moisture. So what do I do? I don't know if I just skip, you know what? I'm going to use this. I'm going to use the Napoleon Perdis all over my face, and then I'm going to use the Tarte Maracuja in my beauty blender and blend it out. I think that's just how I'm going to do it because I think that is going to work the best. So yes, my Napoleon Perdis Very Moisturising Primer. Don't know if you can, it's going to focus, but it is the Autopilot Pre-Foundation Skin Primer. So this, I think this was maybe the first primer that I ever bought, and I think this is what got me into primers and all that sort of stuff. So I'm definitely a primer girl. I would never put foundation on my skin just over moisturizer or something. I need a primer for sure because I feel like my foundation won't last otherwise. Because if you don't wear a primer, your foundation will just break down, I feel, with the natural oils in your skin, especially if you want it to last all day, like most people do for work and stuff like that. So I would definitely suggest priming your skin. There are so many good primers out there, and you can't go wrong with a nice moisturising primer. So I'm hearing a lot of weird stuff lately about Urban Decay and Smashbox. So I don't really have a lot of Smashbox products, but I did just learn that Smashbox, perhaps, I don't know if they got this right, I'm not too sure, but I heard that Smashbox was being sold in China. So as we all know, if a product is being sold in China, then it is being tested on animals. I definitely don't use anything that's being tested on animals because I think it's disgusting. So I heard this, and it recently got pulled from China for whatever reason. Maybe it wasn't selling. I don't know why it wasn't selling in China, but so apparently it's been sold. It has been sold in China for a certain amount of time, and I did not know this, and I don't know how I did not know this, and I don't know if it is true for certain, because how would I just assume that Smashbox was cruelty free? So I'm not sure about that, but that is what I heard. I did just buy this, so I'm going to use it up regardless. It was 61 bucks, so I'm going to use it regardless, even if it doesn't even, I don't even really, it's kind of not my usual thing to use. So that's a little bit weird. Anyway, but as well, Urban Decay, I read recently that they are, what, going to sell in China or something? Like, I don't know. Because I was going to buy, the only Urban Decay thing that I own is the eyeshadow, focus. Yeah, this is the only thing that I really own. And the Urban Decay All Nighter, I also love that Urban Decay All Nighter. So I heard that this might be sold in China maybe soon, so that would suck if that happens. Like, really, that is so embarrassing, really. So I'm gonna have to find something different if that is the case. This is nearly all out anyway, so that's alright. And this one I smashed hardcore, so that will be, I'm gonna use it up. I'm not gonna throw it out, you know. If it is the case, like they're gonna sell in China, I'm not just gonna throw it out. I'm gonna use it up and then I'll just avoid. What was I gonna say? But what I might do is I might start priming my eyes with concealer, like everyone seems to do. I mean, I just love this stuff. I think it just works, like, it just works amazingly. So, should I prime my eyes with concealer? I think I'm just going to. So, I'm going to prime my eyes with concealer. I'm going to use the NYX Full Coverage, whatever. So, I'm going to use that. And I'm going to put that on right now, and I'm going to set that with my new, whatchamacallit, Urban Decay, no, not Urban Decay, Too Faced powder, this stuff. Setting powder, yeah, whatever. I'm just going to carry on because I'm just like babbling around. In another video, I think it was like last R&R, I was like just like kind of hungover, like the whole R&R. So all my videos just like, I edit them and I'm like, should I put this up? It's such dribble and shit. But I don't really have a choice because I don't really have a lot of time to do videos. So if I have a bad week on my R&R and I still do a couple of videos, I have no choice to put them up. Like, I have a choice obviously, but I need to put, I want to put content up, and like, I just like to keep it real. Like, if I have a bad week and like it shows my videos, like, so be it, you know, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Like, it's my channel. Really? Okay. Anyway, not that I have anyone really watching my videos, so whatever. But anyway, I got this mirror from, got this mirror from, you can't even really see it, this is really difficult. Anyway, you get the idea. Yeah. I got that mirror from, freaking, what's it called? IKEA. And I showed it in another video and I was like trying to show it and I was like, didn't even really show it, so anyway, that's there. And it's really big and it sits really nicely there, and I just put it behind the camera, and then that's sort of how I get my overview look of what I'm doing. Anyway, so I just thought I'd show you that. And also, we just got in and it's so hot. And there's beer in the fridge. And also, every time we come home, we have my sister's dog, because my sister was living with us for quite a while, and every time we got home, her dog would greet us. Tubby is her name, short for Tuppence. Yep. And this was the first day in a long time that we got home and there was no dogs to greet. And it's a little bit hardcore, not gonna lie. But Ashley did leave us a really nice, like, flowers, like lilies, I think they are, and some Oreos and some salt vinegar chips, which are all vegan and all that sort of shit, and a nice card that was really nice, and a little puppy, stuffed doggy that looks like Tubby, and that was very cute. And that is the whole story. Anyway, so I'm going to carry on, and I'm going to use this NYX Full Coverage Concealer, and I'm going to use a brush that I just had. So I'm just going to dip straight into the pot because I'm the only one that uses it. Grab a fair amount and spread that over my face. Oh, yep, that's a shitload. Alright, I am going to get my beauty blender though, and I am going to blend that in a little bit better. Oh god, that's like yellow eyeshadow. And I think, like, with concealer, probably like a really, really light concealer, not a like a bright orange, yellow one for your, like, priming your eyes is probably better just to do like a lighter concealer rather than a bright yellow. Obviously, I need a beauty blender. Where are you? Alright, this one is sitting right in front of me. This is not clean. But, you know. So, quick bleed to there. And then I'm really trying not to say in my videos because Drum of the so loud. Oh, that looks a bit weird. I don't know if I just totally took all of that away. Anyway, I didn't realise how many times I said you know, and then I was editing a video and I really, like, my partner said, like, you say way too much, like, you need to stop. And not really like that, but you know. And I'm still saying fuck. Shit. It's really hard. So basically I didn't really notice it, now I really notice it, and then like in videos I'm just like so annoyed watching my own video and editing because like the that are insane. That looks really cakey, but I'm just hoping the Too Faced, this is the Too Faced, what's it called? What does that mean? Ethereal setting powder. So the one that everyone is like raving about. So I'm going to put on this. What I'm going to do, this is a brand new beauty sponge, as in it is clean. So I'm going to go and I'm going to wet it, but I'm going to put on hot water and then really soak it out, because usually I just like, I'm so lazy that I'll literally just spritz it with Mario Basecca, but I'm going to do it like I used to do, so nice warm water and then really rinse it, like give it a nice rinsey, like friggin', what do you call it, pat dry. So I'll be back in a second. Right, so I'm going to, you know, stick a generous amount on, you know, like, because I want sort of decent coverage, especially since I've been at work. You know, I just feel like smashing it on, so literally that is what I'll do. Because like I said, like I watched Chloe Morello and she's obviously, you know, knows her skin. I think she uses way more different, like, all sorts of foundations than me, so she knows really, like, maybe, you know, the contour, like the sticks suit her skin better, whereas me, not really, you know. So that is a shitload, right? Yeah. Let's just smash it on. Sort of, you can sort of see like it's oxidizing a little bit there. Yeah, let's just shove it on. Because like as I put it on, they can sort of say, shit, that's, okay, let's start. I don't know, because I'm just like, I'm not really caring about this like at the moment, because if they're not really cruelty free, like, and they're not really worth me, I'm just going to smash it on, aren't I? Yeah, as I was putting it on, I could sort of still see my pores. Okay, so anyway, put the shit on, the oil, so let's just do it. So when I did it the first time, I used a brush and I wasn't impressed with the brush. So that, I'm just a beauty blender person. Like I just find it so much easier and it always ends up flawless. I have to say that is a lot better. I mean, that was a shit load that I put on, but I'm not going to worry about foundation if it doesn't look flawless. Like, it doesn't mean full coverage. I don't want it to be streaky and I don't want it to sit in my pores and I don't want to look like an idiot, you know? Like, so if it doesn't look like if it doesn't look flawless, then what's the point? So that's why, that's how I figure I'm just going to put a shitload on. You know? Each to their own, I don't know. So next time I do this, I'm not going to put that, I was literally, I lost track of what I was doing, so I was like literally just running the friggin' stick back and forth. I'm not going to put that much on next time, because now I know that how I can use this to my advantage and how I can make this look good, and I'm just going to build up the coverage and not, you know, I don't need as much as I put on today for sure. But yeah, I am definitely thinking that this looks a lot better right about now. Still looks a little bit powdery. And it definitely looks a little bit orange today. I am very, very white though. Like I am very white. That's cool. Okay, so going on to the contour side. I didn't mind the contour. Last time when I did this video, I did the contour and in the mirror I couldn't really tell. But in the camera, it looked really good. Like the contour, the first layer that I put on actually looked fine. And I was like, oh, I can't even see it. But it was fine. And then I put another layer and I was like, shit, that's like too much. So it is a natural contour. That's the whole point of it. So I was a little bit stupid when I was whatever I was doing then. But what I'm going to do is I think that I will dip maybe the beauty blender straight onto the stick and go in like that. So when I do my contour, I really like to run it up like that. That's just how I like it to look rather than straight down. I like to work it really into my hairline and sort of across. like going, oops, kind of up and over my cheekbone and then kind of down, if that makes sense. And then way back there, a little bit up there. So that's quite nice. That is quite nice. And that is how I would probably use a cream contour. Dip it straight on, because, you know, if you're not really used to cream contours, like, it can be a little bit tricky and a little bit messy. And before you know it, you're like, what the flip have I done? So I like this side a little bit better. It gives me a little bit of definition, and it's not too much. So a little bit too much on that side, perhaps, but this side, good. But a little bit more on to match. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. Cool, alright. So this time around, definitely liked it a little bit more. Actually took the time to really test it rather than just put it on like, oh, this is shit, you know. So I do need to set my face. Usually with translucents, concealer. Do I need concealer? Okay, put the concealer on first. I'm just going to use my Make Max one. Yeah, gosh. So Make Max Life Proof Concealer. This is in Ivory 2.5, and I also, like I said, really like this. I should have used this to set my friggin' eyeballs. So what I might do is I'm going to grab my Too Faced bronzer, and I'm just going to lightly dust that onto my little contour side there, just to set it, because I do not want to be oily faced today. And then I'm going to grab a shit ton of my Too Faced setting powder. Come on, you can do better than that. Come out of there. Okay, you're not doing that. But I'm going to grab a big fluffy brush. I'm going to dip, and I'm just going to press that right everywhere. So you want to lightly tap the thingo rather than, I thought I would just leave the lid closed and then tap it and then it'll come up. It doesn't really work that way, so just lightly tap and a little bit will come up, but be careful because it does. It's kind of smash out there. Yeah, I was watching Shen XO video and she just smashed this all over her face just to set it, and I was like, fuck. Alright, let's just do that then. Oh god. Something really fucked up was happening. Oh. Shit. Can you see what is happening? Oh, look what's happened. Fuck. That is really annoying. Shit, it's so freaking hot. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Do I just like beauty blend it away? Because beauty blenders do everything. Fuck. It's just annoying when shit like this. Oh, that looks feral. Ugh. Ugh. I just feel like putting makeup like right on the top of that. Because I'm not really doing much today, so I don't really give a shit. But I'm just gonna put a little bit more there. Oh, there, like a lot more. Alright, that'll do. Whatever. Things aren't going right, so I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. So I suppose you would not set your... You don't set... Shit. With this stuff, you know, over that stick stuff, you know? I don't know. What else would you use? It's just funny how some foundations just don't work together. Some powders, some foundations don't work together. Anyway, just setting that under my eyeballs. I'm gonna put that away. And so, second go, didn't mind it so much. Had a little bit more to work with because I could smash it on and blend the excess away, obviously. I find that if you want minimal coverage and you want to use a beauty blender and whatever product you're using, it becomes a little bit more difficult because the beauty blender will just take away so much anyway, and you're left with maybe a bit of a streaky, like patchy kind of look. So I find if you just smash on the product and your beauty blender sort of does the rest. I know that doesn't sound normal because like some people obviously, well, what's the point of just buying a whole foundation if you're just gonna like kind of waste it in a sense? But the way that I see it is, personally, I work away and when I get back, I just absolutely smash on the foundation. Purely because I haven't used it for 2 weeks and I don't want it to really kind of go out of date. But it all depends. Some people are so good with a brush. I have never really got a flawless finish with a brush, really. Sometimes, once I had a foundation that was really good. It's not cruelty free, so I don't use it anymore. Back in the day, and I just used anything. You could freaking put it on with your fingertips and it would be flawless. Like, wow, it was amazing. Anyway. Oh my god, I'm sweating my top lip. Oh. Sweating my top lip off. Anyway, so I'm going to just quickly do the rest of my makeup and I will be back to talk more shit, basically. Okay, so this is the finished look. The finished look. Sorry, I have to remember to stop mumbling. So with the finish of this foundation, definitely have to set it. Usually I'm not someone that really sets their foundation just because sometimes it sort of self-sets. But with this one it was very like wet, like you just had to. So to set my foundation, I don't know what I would use because the translucent didn't really go very well, obviously. Like I haven't even put anything on my forehead yet. I don't know really what to use for that because I'm not really like someone that sets their finish, so I don't know the best stuff to use. But I know that the Napoleon Purtis one, the foundation, what is this, the Camera Finish powder foundation is very good, so I'd probably use that, but I don't have the right shade for that. So I don't really know what to put on top of this one. But anyway, I don't mind how it turned out. But with my, oh my god, why do I keep doing that? With my eyeshadow, didn't perform very well at all because I used a palette that I always use and I love, but because I used this, when I put this on, it was very powdery, especially when I started blending it, and I put the stuff on, it just looked shit, like. So if the Urban Decay primer, eyeshadow primer, is not going to be cruelty free anymore, I'm going to have to start looking for an eye primer because concealer really doesn't work for me. Like it never has. I thought I would give it a go because everyone just smashes it on their eyeballs and they use that as a primer, so I thought I would do that, but it didn't work for me, so I'm going to not do that anymore. It does not work for me. It only, like, I love it underneath the eyes. That's the next one, the full coverage in yellow. It looks beautiful, but on top of my eyelids, no, no. So my eyeshadow was very patchy. It did not barely showed any pigment. It just became a mess because I just started to blend and blend and blend. It did not work. It was almost like I had nothing on my eyes for it to really do anything. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing that again. And yeah, but I mean, the stick foundations, they do tend to feel very heavy and they do seem to move around it maybe a little bit and not really want to stay. So I'm just not really a fan of stick foundation. I'm going to use it because I'm obviously going to use it up. I do like the contour side though. I really like the contour stuff. But foundation stick wise, not for me. So if you love foundation sticks, stay with it because your skin obviously likes it. My skin does not like the foundation sticks. Foundation sticks. So I'm just not gonna go there again. This is my last try. So anyway, so I know this video went on for a long time. Again, I'm so sorry. I'm crooked as well. But I just like to explain myself, you know. So yeah. So that is that for that video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got a little bit out of it. Hopefully I will cut this video down. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Please like this video. Please leave me a comment. Anything will do, basically. Thank you so much. Bye. So, just checking in. Carry on talking. Trying to find the right lighting. So with this foundation, I have noticed that, I don't know if you can tell with this camera or the lighting, but the patchiness is real. I can't find the lighting. Yeah. Maybe here. I've got patching right here. It's very powdery. Up here, obviously, I did not set it, and it's going not so great up there. And my nose is like a little bit red, and my chin is red. Where else did I see patchiness? So I did put a primer on, and maybe I'll just go outside. Maybe that might be better. That is a little bit better. Can you see? I did notice this really badly in the car when I was at Woolworths packed up, but I can't really tell